Hello, my friends. So today we are talking about Supergirl. Yes, Supergirl has released, and Milly Alcock has actually bombed the movie herself. She did a lot to bomb the movie. I'm not even kidding. Like, she did a bunch, right? Like, she was like, I'm going to have a successful movie, but I'm going to blame the patriarchy and we are going to bomb the movie, right? And that is exactly what happened. So right now the movie is actually sitting at 5.9 IMDb, which has 5k reviews, and this is a bunch of reviews. It's not like 10 or 15 views, it's like 5k views, 5.9 IMDb. So there are a few things that I want to talk about this movie, right? First of all, the runtime is 1 hour 47 minutes. It's I think so it's a bit too long, but nowadays the movies are like 2 hours long, so I wouldn't really say anything about this, right? So, first of all, I want to talk about the cast of the movie. Why would you cast Milly Alcock as the main character, right? Here's the thing, I don't have anything against female-led movies, but the problem is that she's Rachel Zegler 2.0. Bro, she bombed the movie herself. I can say it right here, right now, 100%, that if somebody like Melissa Benoist was casted, people would have loved more. Even if the movie sucked, they would have said that, hey, the movie was okay. That is what they would have said. But for Milly Alcock, she's insufferable. And the main character has to do a bunch with how the movie is actually going to perform. Right? I mean, I know Rachel Zegler didn't do the best as well, but still, the main character is a lot. Like, it's important who you cast as a main character. Like, let's talk about Henry Cavill. Why do people like him as Superman? Because he knows what he's doing, right? Why do people like him as the Witcher, right? Because he knew what he was doing. Millie is insufferable. Like, I'm not even kidding. I mean, I don't know how many times I've said insufferable, but like, yeah, that is how annoying she is. The second thing I want to talk about is cinema. So if I have to go and watch a movie in cinema, I have to like sacrifice the whole day to watch a movie. And I'm not going to watch a movie for somebody who blames the patriarchy for everything, right? It's just kind of like all of these girls in Hollywood are like, everything just blame it on men. Yes, if there's anything that's bad, just blame it on men, because it is because of men. The movie got 5.9 rating out of 10 because it's because of men. That's it. I mean, nobody told you to go and sleep with the producers or the directors to get the role, right? If you wanted to stay off the casting, you could have stayed off the casting. But then again, who's she to blame, right? At the end of the day, she's insufferable. That's her personality at the end of the day, right? So let's get to the cinema part. If I have to watch a movie with my friends, I have to tell them that, hey, we are going to watch this movie and everybody is going to come. Obviously, I'm not going to go to the cinema alone, right? I have to watch the movie with my friends. So I have to tell everybody, let's go watch the movie, and we have to plan the whole day to go and watch the movie, to do this, to do that, because obviously we are not going to watch the movie and then go back home, right? It takes a bunch of time out of our day. It takes at least 5 hours out of our day to watch a movie. And I'm not going to watch a movie for somebody like Milly Alcock, who is just going to say that, hey, it's because of the patriarchy. The movies are not performing because of the patriarchy. Men are the problem. Do you know 60% of the comics by Supergirl are owned by men? So when you are saying that, hey, men are the problem, and you're alienating your audiences, and the main character plays a lot a lot in how the movie is actually going to perform. So no, I'm not wasting my whole day for somebody who's insufferable like Rachel Zegler, or Milly Alcock in this case. Okay, so the next thing that we are going to talk about is going to be the reviews. And the reviews are, all of the reviews here are just kind of like, it's mid. That is what the movie is. They all are saying the same thing, that the movie is mid. That is it. I'm going to watch, like, I'm going to open like 2 or 3. I cannot read Spanish, I'm sorry. So Milly Alcock does not look this good. She looks like a squirrel, the best. So here we go. Supergirl has a few genuinely strong qualities, but it never quite rises above being a simply decent superhero adventure. I wouldn't call it a disappointment, but it's certainly not one of those productions that will redefine the genre. It all says it right there. And if you guys want to read it, you guys want to read it. I'm not going to read all of that. Other than that, Supergirl, 3 stars out of 10. James Gunn's new DC universe hit the ground running with the last year's Superman, a pedal to the metal. rip-roaring fun time that left audiences salivating for more. With the second installment directed by Gillespie, looking to build on that momentum, the DCU has turned to Supergirl. Unfortunately, though, it proves. I'm sorry, I don't know why I can't read all of a sudden. Unfortunately, though, it proves to be a stumble on the second hurdle, never quite reaching the heights required to a top tier superhero film and falling short of expectations, right? And then we have the third review, which is going to be basically the same thing, right? So here's the thing. Here's what I'm gonna say. I don't know what Hollywood is doing at this point. DCEU had the best chance with Zack Snyder, and they just threw it out the window, right? They had the best chance with Zack Snyder. They would have they should have casted Melissa as the actor, right? As the main actor, because at least she's not insufferable and she looks better than Milly Alcock, let's just say. Now, I have said this before and I'll say it again. The main character that you cast in the movie actually makes a bunch of difference. Milly Alcock is just kind of like Rachel Zegler, where if the movie doesn't perform very well, she's going to be like, hey, it's the patriarchy all of a sudden, right? Or she's going to say, hey, I'm the main character. I can get this guy out of the movie. I can get him out of the movie. I can cut his scene and stuff like this and that. If I do not like the main character of the movie, I'm not going to watch the movie. If a girl is saying that men are the problem, then you do not need my money, right? Call all the women. Women do not support women. That is a fact. And I don't know if you care about it or not, but women do not support women at any cost, right? If you say that a movie is built for women, it will underperform 99% of the time. Maybe 1% of the time it can. It's a miracle if it does something, right? But we have seen this thing again and again and again and again, where if somebody is saying that, hey, men are the problem, I don't need your money, then the movie is going to bomb. And a 5.9 rating out of 10 is just bizarre for Supergirl. Actually, it's not. It's the squirrel looking girl. So yeah, it's not that bad. So I'm going to give my final thoughts on the DCEU as it is James Gunn's DCEU. I really liked Zack Snyder's DCEU because he had a vision for DCEU which he wasn't able to, which he wasn't able to get on screen. But at the end of the day, I did not like Superman. I did not like Supergirl, and I mean nobody likes Supergirl, to be honest. So yeah, I don't think so. DCEU has any chances as of now. Aquaman 2 failed, Supergirl failed, Superman failed. It didn't really fail, but it did actually underperform. Like Superman is like the best of the best movies in terms of the DCEU. Batman 2 is coming out, but I know that Batman 2 is going to be very good. The first Batman movie, it was a bit too long, but it was really good. Supergirl, like, I mean, come on, bro. If you're telling me that you like Supergirl, then I really question your taste in movies. So yeah, those are my thoughts on DCEU. Those are my thoughts on James Gunn. Those are my thoughts on Supergirl. And I'm just gonna say it right here, right now. If they would have casted the other guy as the Flash would have performed way better. Hugh Grant, I think so. His name is Hugh Grant. I'm just going to put it like this: if you're going to blame men and you're going to be like, hey, I want men's money, but I'm going to blame men for everything, then please do not expect your movie to do very good. It's not going to do good. It's going to underperform at any given time. So, and this is it for now, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and you guys have a great day. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, guys, peace out.